Greetings and good morning. It is day 105 on the Appalachian Trail. It's a cold day 105. It was 45 degrees when I woke up this morning. I don't think it's warmed up any. I've warmed up because I've been hiking for 2 miles and shedded my jacket. Philly insisted I bring my jacket, and I'm really glad I did. Thanks, Philly. So I've got a new problem to tell you about, but let me tell you about my plan first. My plan is 20 miles. Well, now it's 18, but it's 20 miles into Delaware Water Gap. So I'm getting close to New Jersey, getting almost out of Pennsylvania, and my plan is to do a 14 today into the shelter, and then probably a tent won't be in the shelter, but a 14-mile day today, and then a 6-mile Nero into Delaware Water Gap, where I'm going to get a hotel room. I have a reservation for tomorrow night. And I thought about trying to bust a 20 today, but no, I've learned my lesson. 20 on the rocks is just too much. At least it's too much for me. So let me tell you about my problem. I've got a split in the left sole, the sole of my left shoes, my toe-pose. And I noticed it last night as I was taking off my shoes as I was crawling in my tent. Now what I don't know is, did it just happen? Or did I hike all day with it like that? Or was it like that the day before and I just didn't notice it at the shelter? Could have separated a little bit and at the shelter and I didn't notice it, and it separated more. There was a lot of rocks yesterday. A lot of rocks. It's a lot of me pushing off on that left foot. So it's about a 2.5, 3-inch split. I'll show a picture of it after this video clip. Yeah, again, I don't know if it just happened or it'd been like that all day. If it'd been like that all day, my odds are pretty good of making it to Delaware Water Gap. If it just happened and it's going to unravel quickly, then I'm kind of in a little pickle there about what to do. So I'm keeping an eye on it. So far, it's doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm 2 miles into the hike. There's lots of rocks, I assume, to go through, and there is a road crossing in about 2.5 miles where I could possibly get a shuttle that could take me into Stroudsburg and get some new pair of shoes. I don't need them for long. I'm going to be meeting up with my trail angel in just 5 or 6 days, and I've got a new pair of topos waiting on me. So they almost made it. They almost made it out of Pennsylvania. So anyway, if it's looking pretty good and hasn't progressed much, I think I will continue on and hike my 14 today and 6 tomorrow into Delaware Water Gap. I have ordered a new pair of shoes to be sent to the hotel. So hopefully they arrive. You gotta assume they arrive, and you gotta assume the hotel holds it for me. Sometimes you just never know. But worst case scenario, they do sell shoes there in Stroudsburg. I can go somewhere and buy some new shoes, and that might take a little bit extra time, but I guess ultimately, what else do I have but time? And if that slows me down another day, then that's what happens. Tell you what, Pennsylvania's been rough on me. It's been like I said, it's the 3rd lap of the mile. Man, it's tough. It's been so tough. Hindsight being what it is, I should have started Pennsylvania with new shoes. I was kind of thinking, why not just finish out Pennsylvania in my old shoes, because Pennsylvania tears up shoes. And then I'll start with my new shoes in New Jersey. Although I think the rocks continue for a little ways into New Jersey. But that was my thinking. Knowing what I know now, it probably would have been smarter to have started Pennsylvania with new shoes and just say, you know what, I'm gonna have to get another pair of new shoes after Pennsylvania. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. The other thing I've been thinking about is, you know, if I had to do it all over again, I might just wear boots in Pennsylvania. You know, some lightweight boots. But, you know, the problem is my feet, I'm not accustomed to wearing them. So what would that do? I'd have a blister situation, and boots are heavier. And so I don't know. I will tell you this, my feet and my ankles hurt from all these rocks. And maybe a different shoe would have been a better solution. Although I'm not sure what. But knowing what I know now, I probably would have changed into some lightweight boots. This is called Hans Overlook. I think the trees have grown up blocking a lot of it. Or at least it'll be a lot better view with no leaves. It seemed like a good spot to have breakfast. Nice beautiful view here, as long as it don't get too cold. And then I was looking down the hill there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a deer down there also enjoying a breakfast. I can only see his midsection. You might not be able to see him. But there's a deer down there having breakfast, so I think I'll have breakfast with the deer. As I was coming down the hill, I could hear all the cars. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I was thinking, this is going to be a hairy road cross. And I get down here, and guess what? I get to go underneath it. You know, that's one of the interesting things about the trail since I've been back on it. Starting at Pine Grove, it's almost been a constant road noise in the background. It's really weird. All right, this beats the heck out of crossing that road up there. I'm getting ready to climb out of Wind Gap. I think that was the town of Wind Gap that we were looking at from Hans Overlook earlier. But I could get a shuttle here. It might take me into Delaware Water Gap where I could get some new shoes, or actually it'd be Stroudsburg. But the opening in the sole does not seem to be expanding any. And I put some duct tape over it, and so far that's held, which is surprising because I've hiked 5 miles this morning. So I'm gonna press on. If suddenly it gets worse after this climb, I can come back down and call the shuttle, or you know, it's from here, it's just 15 miles to Delaware Water Gap. So I've got about 8 miles to the shelter from here. So I'm gonna climb up to the top of this ridge and see how it looks. Wolf Rocks in 6.8 miles. That'll be kind of fun. My shelter's in 9, and Katahdin in 910. And 15 to New Jersey, but that's not up there. This has been my trail all morning. So my plan is still to get to Wolf Rocks, which is about 3 miles, and have some lunch. And then from there, I only have 2 miles to the shelter. Now, I imagine Wolf Rocks to be quite a rock scramble. So it may take me a little bit longer than an hour and a half to get there. And these rocks are slow me down too, so it may be a 1 o'clock lunch. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know. How's that? I've been sneaking some caramel M&Ms here and there, so I love those caramel M&Ms. I think I'm addicted to them. This is Wolf Rocks. I thought I'd get up here and there'd be a view, but it's just a long rock scramble. So there's no way I can do it with my camera out. So I'm gonna scramble on up those rocks and see if I can find a place somewhere up there to have lunch. I did find a spot with a view. I think this is a good place to take a rest and eat my lunch. By the way, it's 12:17, so it's not a 1 o'clock lunch. 12:17 lunch. That's not too bad. It's been a lot of rocks this morning. I mean, a lot of rocks. So I was getting my my phone out to video some of the rock scramble here, because I enjoy doing this, and I can't really rock scramble with my my phone out. And check out this guy we found. I'm not really sure what that is. I think it's a venomous one. Look at his head. There's no rattle. Feels like a copperhead, but it's an awfully dark color for a copperhead. Anyway, you gotta watch out for these when you're rock hopping. And look how close it is to the white blaze. It's just right there. This power line's going to give us a little view. There's a road and parking lot down here in about about a mile or so. And I think it's a pretty popular place up there at Wolf Rocks. I just saw a group of 5 girls walking up. I'm guessing they're in their late teens, early 20s. And one of the nice things I enjoy about popular places is typically the trails to them are nice. I can't tell you how nice it is to be walking on this trail right now. Oh. That snake was pretty cool. I thought copperheads were more brown than that. I guess maybe it's not copperhead, or maybe it is copperhead, and some copperheads can be dark like that. I don't know. I have to go look it up and see. It's around 1 o'clock, a little bit after 1, and it's about a mile and a half, 2 miles to the shelter. So I'm gonna be at the shelter around 2:30 again today. I mean, I wasn't early yesterday, it was the day before, but I'm not gonna push it on to Delaware Water Gap. Of course, if the trail was like that, but I imagine once you get past the parking lot, it's gonna be back to rocks. So I don't need to push it on into Delaware Water Gap, and I'm not sure it does me any good to do that anyway. Just wait and get in there early tomorrow morning. Well, day 105 is over. At least I hope it is. It was a 14-mile day. Through the rocks, I slowed my pace down and just tried to enjoy the day through the rocks, but it's just hard. It's just hard. I really struggle with the rocks. It's rough. It really, Pennsylvania is rough. This last 100 miles, it's been the toughest 100 miles by far I've ever hiked. So anyway, I've got 6 tomorrow down into Delaware Water Gap, and that will be the end of Pennsylvania for me. I'm planning to Nero in, stay at a hotel tomorrow night, get a little bit more rest, do some laundry and take a shower and resupply, and then start into New Jersey day after tomorrow. I came into camp today at around 2 o'clock and set up my tent, and it kind of felt weird, it's 2 o'clock, but I was tired. I was exhausted. And I gotta keep reminding myself, I started at 5. So that's 9 hours of hiking. I mean, I hiked 9 hours. It's okay to stop at 2 o'clock if you're tired. But I went ahead and set my tent and blew up my mattress and fell asleep and took a 2-hour nap. I was that tired. I'm still tired. I'm getting ready to go back to sleep here in a few minutes. Take care. Good night.